Hi, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea, welcome back. This is Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. The 3 meter bands you need and more coming up live from Central Florida. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live.
Here is where I sit all cloudy and blends with the prima bottles lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Western oil can under my ukulele for a chair. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Cousins all here, drinking up my beer, got cakes running everywhere. Got some pokey on the side while Mom was trying to hide the Miller and the Heineken beer. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Okay, you know, when you want to get away, I mean, one thing about Friday, man, the working week is over. And frankly, I feel good, man. I work hard all week long. I can't wait to get away. You know, down like the beach, I'm cruising this weekend. Yeah, I get one hot concert too, man. That's the most important thing. The main thing too is to get enough money for gas and to go out to the disco. I like to see all them beautiful chicks. Yeah. So I'm gonna just kind of cruise, take my Bank of America card. You know, otherwise, how can I get money? Right? Plus, then my friends always say, "Hey, brother, you can buy me one drink, man." Kimbo and the crew sucking up the brew, Puleho meat smoking on the side. All the surfers are dropping while the high schools are popping down California.
All right, gang, let's sing along on a Friday here.
It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday.
Oh, you guys sing beautifully. Everybody together.
It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday.
Last ba-doobie-doobie-doos. Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday here in Central Florida. I hope we can share some of that sunshine love with you. Friday, April the 24th, 2026. And from around the world, we spin the top and say, away we go. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. It's good to see you. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign in amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome to show number 713 of Ham Radio Live. Wow. I don't know how many things I've done that many times, but here we are, and we're grateful that you're here too. If you thought about getting your ham radio license, the best way to do it is to contact a big organization like the American Radio Relay League. You can find them online at www.arrl.org. Just click on the contact part of their page. Let them know you want your ham license and where you live. They'll search through their online database, and they'll find one near you that you then contact, get to know, and they'll help you get licensed. www.arrl.org. We do have a show email, info@hamradiolive.org. Love to share videos of calls and things that have been made on your part. We've got one today from Kevin all the way to Africa. I hope you enjoy that segment. I really do. Also, we do have a website. It's at www.hamradiolive.org. It is a one-stop shop for people in the radio hobby, shortwave, ham, maybe a medium wave DXing, long wave. Lots of great stuff there to help you be successful in amateur radio or in shortwave or DXing. Right there, it's all the stuff. Weather, like, tropospheric ducting to try and work VHF, long distance, things like that. Great stuff at www.hamradiolive.org. Discord channel is at ham-radio-live, and that's free, by the way. No charge to do that. We'd love to have you join us. Lots of pages within our Discord channel and ways that you can find out a lot of really fun stuff to do in amateur radio. Also, today's topic question, here we go. What three? I'll give you three. What three bands? Say, for example, what three bands could you not live without? Should finish the sentence. Sorry. Let's say the frequency people, whoever your company is where you live, here in the States, it's the FCC, Ofcom in UK, so forth, right? And they said, okay, look, we've got to cut back. There's so much demand for radio spectrum. We can only give you three bands now. Now, not going to happen. I get it. But if they did, what three bands could you not live without? Let us know in the comment section and why, and we'll make it part of today's show. Let's find out who's first, second, and third today on a Friday here. Looking forward to hanging out with all you guys today. First up, from the state of Wisconsin, that's again Mr. Bill Myers, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Give him a big beep beep, please. Well done, Bill. Good to see you, and a happy Friday, buddy. Hey, by the way, we've been playing Aloha Friday every Friday here, and I found a really cool video. It's only about 3 minutes long. If you'd like to see the story behind the song Aloha Friday and how it came to be, it's like an island staple on Fridays in Hawaii. And a lot of stations play it, all the way from Kauai on the north end, all the way down to the Big Island. They play the song on Fridays, and it's just such an anthem in Hawaii. So if you'd like to see the story, we'll play it right before the sign-off for today's show, all right? Second up, that's from our second continent here today. Pretty cool. That's Holland. Martin, he's here. Papa Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Hello, Martin. Nice to have you. Happy Friday, my friend. Good to see you on a beautiful Friday here. Copper RX from India. Continent number 3 is here. My goodness gracious, welcome. Wow. That's really cool, actually. When you think about it. Bing, bing, bing. 3 continents already. You guys honor me. Seriously, thank you very, very much. And Martin, thanks for keeping up the doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doos. And that's good. Barry Wendon's here honoring us with his presence. Golf 6, Juliet Mike X-Ray. Hi, Barry. Happy Friday, buddy. The weekend is almost here. It's going to be a good time for you. And from Portugal, our dear friend Toscan joins us again. Charlie Tango 7, Alpha, Oscar, and X-Ray. Big applause, please. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for Toscan. Toscan, it's good to see you. He says his wife is probably going to have him making the little trek away from the show and to the dinner table, which we totally agree here that it's a good thing. Always, man. That's a really good thing. In my house, I have to make the meal, and then I get to clean the doggone thing up.
No, you're doing it all wrong.
Tried to do it a different way. Just doesn't work that way here in this house, at least.
Oh, whatever, Larry.
There you go. Bill Myers, happy Friday, everyone. And the weekend is just around the corner, but don't fret too much. Monday's right around the corner, too. Woo-hoo!
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah. Copper wants to get a ham license. You can do it. Just contact, like I said at the beginning of the show, the American Radio Relay League. Just reach out to them, send them a little message on their website, and let them know right here at this website right here, www.arrl.org. On the contact part of their page, just tell them I'd like to get my license and let them know where you live. And then they'll look through their online database in their computer, and they'll find a nearby one for you. There's a lot of great ham clubs in India. It's a very well-connected country, and there's some really amazing clubs that could help you get your license. Don't give up on that. We hope you do get your license. That'd be great. That would be really cool to have you join us in amateur radio. For sure. Look at this. It even says, happy Friday, bless his heart. We love him. Even Sam loves him here.
That's my boy!
What more can you say? I mean, Spike's been gone a couple of days, so he's kind of feeling a little sad, I think. Cavortman, welcome. Good to see you. A happy Friday to you as well. And Martin with the first answer today to our topic question, the 3 bands you can't do without. Got a drum roll here. Martin says 70 Sims. Wow. I bet he'll be the only person that says that, which is now going to happen. That everybody's going to say 70 centimeters.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
Yeah. 70 sems for local, 10 meter and 12. So he goes 70 for local, 10 meter and 12 and 20 for the rest of the friends from around the world. My friend, that is 4. You got to make it 3. Got to have 3 for the show, okay? So you got 70, and then you've got local 10 meter and 12 and 20. You got 4. You got to get rid of one more, Martin. Ooh. I like his thinking, though, right? Because I guess I never thought of the answer that way. You'd want to maybe have local comms available to you, right? So 2 meters or 70 sems must have, right? For local. Very well thought out. And then the daytime frequency, he's got 3 of them there. So he's got 20, 12, and 10, and no nighttime. Martin, think about it. Let us know if you change your mind. Welcome, Uncle Gunter, all the way from Germany. It's always a pleasure. Big applause. Yes. He works so hard to make calls in amateur radio. I mean, geez, he has to you got to, first of all, be in the mood to go outside, and no matter what the weather is, right? And then set everything up. He's got to slingshot his antenna back in the trees. He's got to get everything set up to work the radio, and then take everything down, usually in the dark, and then bring it back to his home. Man, that's dedication. That's love for what he does. Gunter, nice to have you. Thank you, buddy. It's nice to have you. Happy Friday, my dear friend. Happy Friday to you. A lot of people wishing a happy weekends to everybody here, and we've got Mike, Kilo Golf 2 Mike. Mike from Jacksonville, Florida. Big applause for Mike, please. Thank you. They love you, Mike, and they should, because Mike's a good guy, and he's one of the neatest people I know. His call sign, Kilo Golf 2 Mike, a great DXer. We've featured him here for 2 weeks making calls to 3 continents. Can you believe that? Really? I guess Oceania is really not technically a continent. However, when you figure in the extreme level of difficulty without no directional antenna, to work from Jacksonville down to the South Pacific, it's amazing. It is. And he doesn't have an amplifier. He's using 200 watts on his radio. That's it. Comes with 200 watts on board on the 7760 ICOM rig, right? So he's not pushing an amplifier. He's not using a directional antenna. He's just working a vertical antenna. He's working the world. He's worked Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania in the last 2 weeks. Unbelievable. Are you getting QSL cards for those, Mike? I would be sending out. No matter, maybe they want $10. I'd be so cool with paying $10. Maybe if it's $20, I would still do 20. But I would just to have them, right? Those are great calls, man. He got Fiji. He's got the North Africa one. Which one was that? Remember? Oh man, it was a 4-digit call. It was just like it ended like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then he got the one that's in, I think it's India. Was it India? No, it was near India though. So he's way in Asia, and he got like Fiji, and he's just blowing up in amateur radio. Mike, one of the best DXers we have in ham radio, not because he's got like the power and the tower and the high-end stuff. It's because he's got a regular station. That's the best part of what Mike does. Mike takes basic elements that you can all buy anywhere in the world, and he put it together and made it work. He's got the antenna links. He's made the calls worldwide. I admire that. I do. Like I feel about Gunter, right? Having to go out and work ham radio, maybe not make great calls because the conditions aren't great, but still going out with all the hope and joy you could have to make a call with somebody, maybe 1 or 2 calls. You're out there for 4 or 5, 6 hours, maybe 8 or 9 hours, right? And you make just a few calls. But riding his bike back with all his stuff in the dark, thrilled that he had the experience. That's ham radio. That's the joy of ham radio. The other side is Mike. He doesn't have to take a bike somewhere with all of his stuff. He does it from home. He's got his radio on a desk. He's got nice warm or air conditioning where he's at. He's got plenty of food in the house. He's got his vertical antenna out, and he's got a great radio that he finally waited his whole life to get a brand new radio one time when he retired from the New York City Police Department. And look what he's doing. I mean, talk about success. Both Gunter and Mike, that's DK5ONV in Germany, Kilo Golf 2 Mike, ambassadors for ham radio. Absolutely. Even like Bill in Wisconsin too is making amazing DX calls out there. It's just, that's what makes ham radio beautiful. It's like a gorgeous picture that you look on the wall at and you say, wow, that's really amazing. You've contacted 5 continents in the last week? Yep, sure did. Amazing. And it's really cool. That's why we love this hobby so much. Absolutely. Bill, topic question answer. He'd go 40 meters. He'd go 20 and 15. Those would be his 3. Okay, so he's got a daytime band on 15. He's got 20, which is always reliable, right? Even in the low part of the solar cycle, 20 works. It's a great choice. Great choice. And the cool thing about 20 is that in like the higher part of the solar cycle, not this one, because this one kind of went up quick, down fast. If it had kind of went up and kind of puttered around for maybe, 6 or 8 months and then slowly descended, we'd still have 20 meters for 4, 5, 6 hours after dark. But because the solar flux index numbers have come down so much, we don't. But still, he's got a daytime band. He's got 20, which could be daytime and go into the evening. And he's got 40, which is the most reliable and the farthest, well, not necessarily farthest working, but definitely an amazing band for nighttime work. I like those 3, Bill. Thank you for sharing. Nice comment. This is just funny. This is Martin in Holland, who always he'd come on the show because he'd watch from work. He'd be not sure exactly what he was doing, but I think he was putting together stuff for like the president of Holland. I think he was like the secretary, the general secretary. No, the assistant. No, the commander assistant. Now he's at work, right? And he'd watch the show. And it was the greatest thing. He calls up, calling from work there, just watching the show. It was the greatest thing ever. And Martin now says, I sleep at night. All those years he worked the night shift. It's great. That's great. That's good. Mike in Jacksonville, topic show question, 40, 20, and 2 meters. Now that's brilliance personified. It's very similar to Martin because he's got all 3 bases covered there. He's got HF covered and VHF. So he's got HF bands, 20, most reliable daytime, can work into the night for a while, 40, excellent nighttime frequency, and 2 meters, so he can have local comms. Mike, great comment, well thought out. Yep. When I asked this question, I thought that would be the one that most people would pick. I did, because it's like, okay, so 20 is most reliable, 40 be nighttime, maybe a daytime, 2 meters or 70 sems. Good stuff, you guys. Well thought out, really. Barry, he's got 80, 40, 20, and 160. Okay, you got to get rid of one. Which one of the 4 do you get rid of? This is an interesting one because he's got basically 3 nighttime frequencies. He's got 160, 80, and 40, and he's got 1 daytime, which is 20. Interesting. So, Barry, if you had to move one off the table, which one would it be? Let us know. Love to find out. I'd love to get the answer. Martin, the Tower of Power, released in 1973 song comes to mind. Oh, gosh. Not sure where we're going with this show today, but there you go. Dave is here from Temecula, Whiskey 6, Charlie, Romeo, Tango. Still got it, Dave. Welcome back. It's good to have you. Thank you very, very much for coming today. I really appreciate it. I want to show you this picture again because I saw it yesterday, right? He sends it to me yesterday in an email, and I was like, not email, it was on WhatsApp or something. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I look at his shirt. Look at that. That is Gunter with his call sign and the power meter right there on a cool T-shirt. That's great. That's not all, though. He's also got the matching hat. And the face. That's great. Gunter, DK50NV with a neat picture. Thank you, buddy. I was like, that's the greatest thing ever. That's great. Today's topic question. The 3 bands you would keep if they told you could only have 3. And Barry has he's parsed it down to 3 now. He is taken off the table, 160 meters. Wow. You know something? Of the 4 you had, that would be the one I would pull away too. Because don't you agree, Barry, that 160 isn't the band it was even 5 years ago, let alone 10. But 5 years ago, there were a lot more people on 160. And I mean, I didn't DX it 10 years ago. 5 years ago, I did, but not 10. I would imagine, as ham radio folks have went SK, a lot of them going silent key, that 160, the top band, is the one that people have fallen away from maybe the most. So that's an interesting point. So you would now have 80, 40, and 20. Nice comment. I'm waiting for someone to pick 30 or 60. That's what I'm waiting for. I don't think anybody will. We will see. And Gunter just saw his picture right there with his nice shirt. Isn't that great? Gunter, this is the best picture ever. I love his face. His face is like, woohoo, I got a cool shirt. And it is neat. It's really, really cool. And then Martin, Gunter, too much HF to the brain. Well, let's move on, guys, because we got a lot to talk about. Your HF weather today is powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Magnetosphere view, 4420, which was splitting into 2, is now turned into a plague. A little bit of a problem there, but we still have enough conditions to get us to the weekend. Good stuff. Look at the SFI. It's up 10 from yesterday, so good shape today, gang. 128. This could be a great weekend to DX, guys, on HF. Sunspot number is up to 75. Your A index is low at 7. I expect that to go up. We've had some solar flares repeatedly the last 36 hours. BZ latitude minus 1.3. Solar winds really pretty good, 367,000.3 kilometers per second. Look at those HF band conditions, gang. Wow. 80 all the way to 15 are good now, which is brilliant. And you'll see that, right? I mean, 80 and 40 is fair during the day just because the D-level absorption, it's just a little bit more than normal. But the other ones, nighttime, 80 and 40 being good, and then 30 to 15 is good as well. And look at 12. 12. Our good friend little 12 is going to come into your world later, if not now. Right now in Europe, it will, I think. Look at the sun's activity just the last 36 hours. Just a second, please. Thank you, guys. Look at that. We have 5 flares. We've got 3 Cs, and we've got 2 X-class flares. Now remember, each time it goes up from C to M, it's 10 times more than a C. So M flares are 10 times more than a C, and X is 10 times more than M. So not to make you too confused, we've had 2 X flares today only, and that's going to be bumping up our noise floors coming up most likely by late Saturday. Your MUF map here, look at 12. 12 meters has come back north. Right now in Europe, you'll get 12. In a lot of places in Europe, not quite up to Scandinavia yet, but hang in there, because if the SFI keeps going up a little bit, we may get 12 back, and 10's not too far behind. Your HF forecast, powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio. And the ham radio side, stable SFIs, that means plus or minus 10, guys. QS Baker on the HF bands this weekend. Noise floors will increase tomorrow. 10 meters now up to 40 degrees north. That's good. It's coming back towards the north. Best World DX. This is also updated. Best World DX in the north is on 12 later in the afternoon and 15 from about midday on. So 15 is going to be your conduit for the best DX. Watch out for 12 later on because 12 will work you a long ways. Southern Hemisphere, 10 meters is going to be your number one DX band. If you want to work the north, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, make sure you're on the 15-meter band. Folks in the ham hobby, nighttime, stable SFIs, good nighttime DX. Noise floor should increase late tomorrow. Expect some fading on HF bands this weekend. Nighttime amateur bands, 160, 80, 60, 40, and 30. Look out for 40. It's going to be the best band for sure overnight. Shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave, noise floors increase starting tomorrow. Decent DX for the weekend with solar flux index numbers stabilizing plus or minus 10. Should be about right there. Expect fading on signals at times. Shortwave daytime bands 31, 25, 22, 19, 15, and 13. And your nighttime shortwave stable SFIs, expect fading on signals. Shortwave nighttime bands will be 120, 90, 75, and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters after dark. 2 hours in the northern hemisphere, 3 in the northern hemisphere, and 2 hours in the southern hemisphere. Top DX bands 75, 60, 49 meters, 41, 31, 25, and 19. Great DX for your shortwave stuff for this weekend on the shortwave and ham bands. Get a drink of water now, gang. I've earned this one. It's so good to see you guys today. It really is. It's been one of those days where, I didn't know for sure if I'd make it here.
And now, a Larry moment.
So today was the day I had to go drive up to Costco. Yeah! The nearest Costco's on the opposite end of the villages, 21 miles away, right? So I get up there. And I don't know what it is here. I'm trying to put my finger on it. But most people just aren't super polite in stores. Like, for example, you've got a shopping cart, right? I need one for my back, so I lean on the cart just for comfort, right? And someone will come up and just run into the cart. And they'll glare at me. I kid you not. They glare at me. I'm going, did I do something wrong?
I'm a unitard.
And the person looks and goes, no, I'm in a hurry. I need to move out of the way. Whoa, hey, hold on a second.
Thank you. Come again.
I said, ma'am, do you see the 4 people right here in front of me having a discussion? At that point, the 4 people turn and look at both of us, right?
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
I said, how am I going to move with these people here having a nice conversation? Larry was smart. We just kind of massaged that into saying, hey, I'm not mad at you for being there talking and keeping me from moving my cart, but I'm going to try and stick this lady in a real place right now.
Your eggnog for you?
Yeah.
Get you something to eat?
Yeah.
Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
Yep. So the people, the group of 4, they move out of the way. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, sir. Okay, move out of the way. The mad lady, she looks and she goes, well, it's about damn time.
Tell me something good.
Really? Oh my gosh, I would look at her and go,
Shut up!
yes. So I got my hamburger patties and I got the heck out of there. God, like going to Costco. I went for one thing only. I swear, that's what happened. I was like, oh, I got to share this on the show. So I'm glad I made it today. Let's get to some calls that were made here in the shack. I haven't shown anything I've done for a week. So let me get you some. These are recorded, so don't listen on frequency. Here's the first one. It's to somebody in the chat right now. Gunter, DK50NV. Now, I'm going to replay this because it's weak here at the beginning. Gunter's in Germany from the yacht harbor outside, antenna way up in a tree, okay? He's out in the elements and it's cold. This was in early March. This is early March, not late February. It's early March. And he rarely uses 10 meters. He's typically on 15. He does a lot of 17, 15, some 12, but rarely 10. And he happened to be calling very low, but it was hearable. Listen to this. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Okay, that's Larry in Florida. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Larry, a happy weekend to you. Your signal report 5 and 4. You are 54 in the yacht harbor, Larry. Over.
Roger, 55 Central Florida. Gunther, nice to work you.
Excellent copy. Thank you for the 5 and 5. You do Ham Radio. I'm still watching your live shows. Have a great weekend and 7-3. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. DK54ND/possible.
Oops, sorry, hold on. Gunther, 73. Good luck, buddy. That was the first call Gunther and I ever made right there. I was thrilled. I was so thrilled. Next up, we'll head towards South America. Here's Chile.
Hello, London. VK November Radio Hotel, CX7RM. Thank you for the call, 73. Bye-bye, thank you. Here was it?
Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Kilo 7 Hotel November, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call. You're a 5151 Central Florida. My name is Larry. Over.
Okay, Larry. Good afternoon. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming back to my call. My name is Pablo. You are 581, 51 here, QSL?
QSL, I'm just grateful you heard my voice. Thank you so much for taking the time to work me on the air today. That is Charlie Echo 7, Romeo Mike out of Chile. Last call, we're into Central America. Here's Costa Rica.
EI2JS, over.
Great signal here. With Birdie.
Gettysburg, PA. Well, you you 5 by 2 now, my friend. 5 by 2. I don't know what you're copying now, but I'm in San Jose, the capital. I'm in the capital, just running 800 watts into the X-beam antenna, 60 feet above the ground, and the wake is the FTDX 101 Delta. Over.
You're hearing the birdie noise. Sorry about that.
Copy Pennsylvania. Yeah, near Gettysburg, my friend. I do copy you. Live, but I do copy you. So, thanks for the cues, my friend. And what's my signal report? What is my signal report for my log? Over.
Trying to get the noise out for you. Listen how the signal comes back, though. It's moving.
I lost you there again, my friend. Thank you very much for the cues. A lot of cues, Baker.
Yep, a lot of fading that day.
7-3.
Kilo 7, Hotel November.
K7 Hotel November, good morning. Big signal here, 5-8, over.
Thank you so much. 59 plus 20 here. Great signal on the peaks.
Yeah, Larry, thanks so much for the flowers. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. Let's see here. We worked last year on this event, so hope all is well with you, and I see that you are...
That is Tango India 2, Juliet Sierra, all the way from Costa Rica. Thanks for making the call to the show, gang. Appreciate it. That's fun. Fun to share some DX, and that's my favorite part of ham radio. I've never really gotten into local stuff yet. 2 and 70 SEMs. I just haven't done that. I'm still chasing DX because I just enjoy it so much. Just me. Also, somebody did get a hold of us on the email here, info@hamradiolive.org. It's a place where if you make a call or you want to show us your shack, those are my favorite. Love to see the shack pictures. Your antenna, that kind of stuff, send them to me. I love sharing that stuff. And thankfully, Kevin yesterday watched the segment that we did for Winan, Victor 51 Whiskey. I did the segment to try and encourage Winan a little bit because he's kind of down. His radio's in the shop and he misses being on the air. Kevin in Iowa, QRP Kevin, remember? He made a call with Winan. to Namibia on low power. I kid you not. Watch this.
Whiskey. Victor 5-1 Whiskey Whiskey. Do you copy K0KLB? Over. Roger, Roger. You're 5555. Had to catch you up in the general band. Over. Roger, thank you for the 5-3. Thank you for the 5-3. I'm running 10 watts QRP. 10 watts QRP. Over.
Yes, I'm also making a recording here on the radio, and yeah, that's quite early contact from me. So only the propagation is quite early. So I'm running 80 whiskies on that. So good contact here. I'm not sure if there's anybody else there. I think there was somebody else, but Larry is a little bit too low, but Gina was slightly a little bit stronger, and I do have the recordings here. So thank you for the contact, and yeah, everybody is sleeping, so I'm not going to be on too long. 73.
Well, now take a look real quick just to show you that you see the power says RF 100%, right? But then look above that. This is an ICOM IC705, 10 watts maximum power from, the power on your wall. And that's what Kevin's running. He's running it on house power, 10 watts to Winan in Africa. Here's the last part of their call.
Roger, Roger, Winan. Thank you for my first South Africa contact. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. And I'm also recording on this end as well. So I'll look you up. Do you have email over in QRZ?
Okay, that's good. So we meet again, 73.
You bet. 73. I'll look you up and send you the recording. Over.
Well done, Kevin. Wow. Nice job. Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo, 10 watts from Iowa all the way down to Namibia, Africa. By the way, he showed you on the call, 8,100 plus miles. In kilometers, that's over 13,000 kilometers on 10 watts. We're going to talk about a radio today, but before we get to that segment, I want to remind you about our topic question. What 3-meter bands, not 3 meters, don't think 3 meters. We don't want you going there. We don't have the 3-meter band. But what 3-meter bands could you not live without? Let's get back to the comments just to catch up with everybody. Golf for BBC, that's Peter. Hi, Peter. Good to have you. Thanks for coming back. Love his call. Larry, my bands are 80, 60, and 40. The first 60-meter guy. There it is. Look at that. So he'd rather go the nighttime stuff or daytime, right? The one thing about 80, 60, and 40 that they have is they can work short during the day. Maybe not kind of, I guess if you have an NVIS antenna, which is near vertical incident skywave, an expensive word that basically means your antenna is almost transmitting straight up. And if it goes straight up, refracts back down, it's going to refract pretty close to where you live, right? So it's really local comms during the daytime for the most part. I mean, you get 500-600 miles sometimes out of 40 in the daytime, right? If conditions are okay. If the D layer is really charged up and there's a radio blackout, you're getting nothing. But on most days, that'll work local. So that tells me an awful lot about Peter. He's a nighttime DXer. Thank you, Peter. Yes, you are, man. He picked 60. Wow. That's pretty impressive. I'm very impressed with that. Spike in Montana has just joined our conversation.
That's my boy!
It is. Yeah. Spike, good to see you. Call sign November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel. Dang! 19 minutes late. I would get rid of channel 1 through 40. Bring 11 meters into the fold and don't use channels. Why be held to specific frequencies? Allow them the ability to slide off of them. Thank you, Spike. Appreciate that. Gunter in Germany, DK50NV. I could not live without 80, 40, and 20 meters. Very good. He's got the package there, right? Because he likes nighttime DX. So he'd want 40 for sure and 80 because he's made great calls on 80. Jeez. Some of the calls he's made on 80 are amazingly good. And he's also made calls on 60. He's one of the few people I've seen on YouTube with a 60-meter ham voice call. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, he also has 20, so he can be on the DX net and make calls around the world, which he's done. Just the last week, I've got stuff from Gunter where he's worked China, he's worked South Africa, and he's worked Alberta, Canada from Germany. That's a big call, guys. Wow. He's doing great. He really is. Thank you, Gunter. I appreciate that very, very much. And he says also, I was happy my delivery from Poland made it to my door in 4 weekdays. That's pretty good service from Poland to Germany. Not too bad. Let me check. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Kevin joined us here from Iowa. I want to say hello to Kev. Kilo 0 Kilo Lima Bravo. Thanks for that email of that great video that you made with wine and that call. Well, on 10 watts. That's brilliance. That really is. And Martin, gosh, I should have said this instead. This would have been nicer. Empathy is a norm that some have forgotten. Yes. I agree. It was really weird. We're all just trying to buy stuff at Costco, right? Get in, get out, go home. And anyway, Kevin, how'd your POTA go? He says out doing a POTA today. I hope your park on the air went very, very well. And yeah, his ICOM, Gunter, woohoo, the IC 718 punched out real good. That call to me, that was from the park in Wiesbaden, right there at the Yacht Harbor. It was made with his wire antenna up at like 80 feet. Jeez. He's got a slingshot. He shoots it up there. It's pretty cool. I want a video watching him shoot the slingshot. Do you guys want to see that? I certainly do. Jeff in Sherwood, Oregon. Good to see you. Alpha Delta 7, Lima, November. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
There you go, Jeff. Gunter, I remember our first contact super weak signal in the ground noise 2 years ago. Kevin in Iowa. That's pretty good. And Kevin says, I think I was on that 1,600-foot V-beam wire antenna in the field, Uncle Gunter, when we made that call. And then Gunter, or it may have been on the combine harvester you had on the coax that day. Kevin does some amazing contacts with different wire antennas. Or they're not wires. Sometimes they're water. He's done like a stream of water antenna. He's done a cornstalk antenna. He's done a bell, a tractor, a ladder. What am I missing, Kev? Some I'm missing, I'm sure. Will you tell us, please? It's amazing what he's done. It's amazing. Barry says, go to my shack on QRZ. Do you want me to show it on YouTube? I could do that. Do you want me to? I'd be happy to. I just worry about, your address. So I got to make sure we don't show that. Golf 6, Juliet, Mike X-Ray. Let's take a quick look at that. Because that's fun to do. And I'm totally cool with that. If you want to tell me you show your QRZ page, I'd be happy to do that on a show as well. Here's Barry's shack. Barry says, show the shack, Larry. I want to see it. And of course, it's rendering. Barry, is there nothing on your shack? Nothing. Hold on. Let me get you back to me because I don't want this to do what it's gonna do if I hit the refresh button repeatedly and it's not coming in. But Barry has done some good things. Barry has 12 days of QRZ. He's got grid squares, QRZ 30, also Master of Europe, and World Radio Friendship. Well done, Barry. Yep, we can't get to come up for some reason. We're still streaming, though, so that's a good sign. I'm not sure why it's not coming through, buddy. I don't know. I do see the logo you use on your YouTube handle, though, which is there. That's kind of nice. Sorry about that. Just unable for it to render today. And, Winan sounded great, and he's missing that radio. He's missing that radio. It is tough. Gunter loves 60 meters, even with the fact that 60 is the noisier one. Yes, it is. Gunter whining a DX animal.
No, you're doing it all wrong.
He is a DX. He loves DX. And this just in, Toscan is back from dinner. Yeah! Great. The gang's all here. Woohoo! Yes. Jeff, Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Juliet. Dang, I missed the alert from the show.
No!
Sorry, buddy. But Jeff picks the 3 he would go with. He said 40, 20, 15. Ooh. See, that's kind of close to me right there. I'm close right there. Jeff and I are right about the same spot, truly, because even though I don't have a 40-meter antenna, I wouldn't want to give it up. So I would pick 40 as well. 20 is another one because it's always reliable. You can always make a call on 20, which is fun because you can always call somebody, right? 15 is really intriguing because 15 stays open longer during a solar cycle. It's like the last big DX band to go, and 15 is really wide. It's a wide band. So, yeah, I like the thinking there, Jeff. Nice comment. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I've got a different third one. Our first 2 are the same. Gunter, 80 is good for rag chewing inside Europe. Plus, it gives me the long distance contacts with the 80-meter roundtable, U.S. and Canada. Our friend Igor, Uniform Alpha 9, Charlie Delta Charlie, joins us on and off. Very good. And Joshua, we're going to play your song on Monday, I promise. We will. Joshua is like the first person. We used to do requests on Discord back in the day, probably 200 shows ago. Hang on. And when we do the song poll every morning on Discord, every weekday morning, right? I'll put choose from these 4 songs. And then the last vote is pick my song instead. And Joshua picked Sniffin' the Tears song, Driver's Seat from 79. Pop song. Good song. And I was like, ooh, I like the song. But for this show with radio jingles, I'd like to have something that hits a little harder right out of the top. So that's why we picked the Hollies. But we're going to play Joshua's song on the Monday show. Okay? Sorry about that, buddy. I always thought if someone wrote a song in, their own song, right, then I would play it that day. It would be their song that day. But because of the jingles, I just couldn't make it work. I'm sorry, buddy. It's good to have you back. Welcome and happy Friday, Joshua. He says 40, 30, and 20. Now, he's picking 30 meters. Now, now we got 1 vote for 60 and 1 for 30. Why 30? I got to ask. Do you do FT8? Is it Morse code? Let us know about 30. I want to know the answer on that because that's a very interesting combo. He's got great nighttime DX on 40. Also gray line. Gray line's important. 40 does that. He's got 30, which also does gray line, but it's only digital modes. And he's got 20, so he can make calls during the daytime and into the evening too. Nice comment, Joshua. Thank you. Good. I like that. Toscan says, I live in a valley. I can't even hear the repeaters on 2 meters and 70 SEMs. 40, 20, and 10 are okay. There are 5 other hams within 5 miles of me, and I've never heard any of them. No joke. Really? You've never heard them direct? Wow. That's interesting. The reason I say that is because, here in the villages, it's maybe 5, 6, 7 miles wide, about 24 miles long, now 23 miles long. And there was a guy probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe at the most. He was, we live in this one village in the south, and there's a village just a little north and east of us here where he had his radio and he had set up a portable antenna, right? And I was able to hear him. He was banging the meter. He was easily 5'9 plus 30, easily. And he was close. He was probably 3 or 4 miles away. So that's why, wow, I wonder why it is that way. That's interesting. So you would not go with the local stuff. You'd go 40, 20, and 10. Toscan, you've lived in Portugal, it sounds like, most of your life. How often is 10 open to you? Because you're south. I mean, the distance where Toscan's at from where like Andy or Chris or the folks in the United Kingdom, those guys, he's a lot farther south. About how long in the solar cycle is 10 meters open to you? I wonder. Like we live here in Florida, and we just moved here a year ago, so I don't know how long 10 will be open down here. But I know it's open longer, and it's typically to people in the equatorial regions, and then down towards Australia and South America and stuff. So I'd be interested to know from your perspective about how long 10 is open, because 10 is one of my favorite bands of all. Truly is. Thanks for your comment, Toscan. I mean that. Welcome back, too. Good to have you. Love to hear your comments. Joshua, guardrail, shopping cart. Yes. Kevin did a dumpster and a grain bin as well. Can you see Kev? Like his brain is going. He's like, there's that dumpster there behind the come and go. I could probably hook a wire to that thing and just run my G90 to it, and we'll just make some calls. Yes, sirree, y'all. Kevin, you're the greatest. I love Kev. Kev's a neat guy because he's got a great sense of humor. You've got to have a great sense of humor if you're going to do YouTube on something so niche as ham radio. You have to. Toscan, I've loaded up a steel bed frame on 40 meters. That's awesome. I hope nobody was in bed at that time. Wow. Martin, could you imagine? Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta get this thing taken care of. I want to try and make a call here in 40 meters. Mom's still asleep,
Just
so
hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Nutty as a fruitcake.
You're sitting there and you're getting ready. CQ40, CQ40. Oh, man, I'll wait till Mom gets out of bed next time.
That's mighty hospitable of you.
Oh, man. Thank you, Martin. That gives me just a visual here. Visual, yeah. I mean, Toscan, sorry. Martin, you will not believe it, but it's true. Slingshots are forbidden in the Netherlands. I'm sorry, but true. Do not put your antenna up via slingshot. You'll go to jail. Really?
What is going on here?
Are you serious? You can't sell a slingshot in the Netherlands. There's a law too. Oh my gosh. Really? Wow. Okay. Günther in Germany. During the summer month, 20 meters stays open almost through the entire night. Yeah, because it's daylight a long way into the evening. And so that's why as we roll into June, 20 gets to be so good. Oh, man. And if you're like really far north, like if you're really far north, like in Sweden or Norway, Greenland, Alaska, Canada, Russia, man, you can just work some amazing DX because it's all open. It's always open because the sun just doesn't go down enough that 20 goes away. It just works all the time. It's brilliant. Thanks, Günther. Good to have you, buddy. Andy New from Bristol joined us. Good to see Andy. Yes. We love our trivia guy here. Thanks for coming. Now Barry says, scroll down. Okay, I'm trying, buddy, but it's not loading. So let me try again. I will try my best. If I can't do it, I will just tell you again. Not today. We just won't be able to do it today. Because that would be my luck. Scroll down. So let's scroll down. Picture. I'll show you what it's doing, okay? Just so you can see it. So here's the screen, okay? On your QRZ page, okay? So if I go up, just so you can see the very bottom, okay? England, okay? England. And if you move this over here so you can actually see, there's the bottom part of your emoji right there. So I'm on the right page, but I scroll down, scroll down. Oh, there's a good picture. That's good. Oh, whoa. Oh man, that's a Cheramazzoni. You got a Cheramazzoni loop? I didn't know that. How do you like it, man? Oh man, this is such a guys, this is a very unique antenna. It's extremely expensive. Really. I mean, these are like $2,000 to $2,500. Is this the baby loop or is it the big loop? Because here's how it works. You see, it's got the shock absorbers here, right? And this is a capacitance hat right here. And the antenna, it's got a motor here, and it will expand this loop apart. So here's one section of it, and there's a second section over here. That's how it works. And then as you change frequencies, the loop gets bigger, like it'll start to expand, right? Or it gets smaller, it closes off. And that's how it tunes for SWR. So again, like most loops, it's going to be a very narrow Q, which means you may hear or see 7Ks, maybe 8 to 10 kilohertz of bandwidth at a time on your waterfall, on your radio, right? But it still allows you to make great calls. It's a Cheramazzoni. Wow, baby loop. You're the first person I've ever known that's got one. And see, the reason he's doing this, let me share it right here. This is the reason Barry is doing this to Larry right there. That's it, right there. Okay. Barry's showing me the Yaesu FTDX 9000 MP 400 watt radio right there. Oh, man. Look at that. That's it. That's it right there. Look at that. Now you got a rotator. You got a Yaesu rotator. Are you what antenna are you using for the rotator? Because that's the baby. The Cheramazzoni's out there. That's definitely out there. Here's the keypad for it. This is, if you take a look, if you're watching my mouse, I'll shake it around here so you can see it. Okay, the mouse is here in this geochron. Okay, so if we go down from the geochron straight down, just about where the date is here, which is like May 31st, 2022, drop straight down. That's the control pad for a Cheramazzoni loop antenna right there. That's it. And what you do is you type in the frequency you're going to use, and then the loop will automatically change its shape to match that SWR. So it's going to give you the most power it can after you punch in the frequency. Oh my gosh. I can't see anything else. I'm sorry about that. But geez, Bear, that was enough for sure, right? That's fantastic. Really. Wow. Goodness sakes, man. That's really very, very fantastic. Yeah. So how do you like the Cheramazzoni, man? I mean, they sell them in the States here finally, which is great because they didn't sell them in the States. Now they sell them at DX Engineering. So it's available, but they're expensive too. Let me know, Barry. I'd love to know how you like that antenna. Because for a lot of you guys, I know this is a lot of money. Let me just say that up front. I'm not trying to say, well, you should buy this antenna because it's going to be the only thing you might be able to work the radio with. It's expensive. And I know that. But I've thought about getting this antenna so I can get on 40 meters here in the villages. Because I can't do it without that. Without some antenna that I can use other than, I guess, like attaching it to the fence or the wall in the back. But yeah, I don't really want to do that. Barry, I love that. Thanks for letting me see the 9000 I want to buy. Thanks. Jeez. All right. Let me just zoom through the last ones here of your comments. And I appreciate you being here for this part too. Joshua, he says 30 just seems to always work. Yes, I do about 80 to 90% Morse code QSOs. Thank you, Joshua. That's fantastic. And yes, 10 meters also is a sporadic E-band. It is. Yep. 10 meters closes usually around sunset and comes to life again at times deep in the evening. It can. Sure can. Yep. Toscan, I'm here 10 years. 10 is not open for long here. I used to live in a village in the UK called Ham. Only worked 2 meters, 70 sems, and 20 meters. Nice comment. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Martin, you're very kind. Oh, it's a baby loop. Okay, how do you like it? How do you like it, sir? I want to know because I get a lot of emails regarding one antenna. And for people that are stuck in a flat, right? Second floor, third floor, I'm not super comfortable recommending any antenna because you don't know if there's someone nearby with heart problems. There's a problem there, right? Because if you're using radio frequency energy, especially you start getting like the if you're transmitting 100 watts, right? And you're using an indoor loop antenna like that. You could use the baby loop inside. They've got another antenna, looks like a jack stand. It really does. It opens up at the top like this instead of a loop that opens up at the top like that. So imagine pieces like, a bridge, like a drawbridge, and then comes down like that. That's kind of their one, Shiro Mazzoni antenna. And then they've got the baby loop, which is a smaller loop that I believe it goes 40 to 10. Might go 20 to 10. I think the baby goes 20 to 10. And then the big loop goes 80 to 10. Maybe it's 40 to 10. It's been a few months. But how do you like it? Is it working well? Are you making a lot of QSOs with it? Because that's a very expensive and very high performancely rated antenna. And you don't see anybody on YouTube really talking about the performance value. That's the thing I don't know. I want to know how good they are. Let us know, because that would really mean a lot to us. And Spike, I'll put the antenna in the comment section. I'm thinking about the baby loop, and just a second, it's gonna drive me nuts because I know this antenna very well, as you could tell. So let me just pop up a quick little question here, real quick. Ciro Mazzoni, which is CIRO, and MAZZONI, and we're talking the baby loop, and it handles 1500 watts. Some bands are at 800. It's okay, 40 through 10. All right, so here, we'll just zoom you over here so you can see it. Okay, so 40 through 10 meters that's really good, man. And you can get, it says a motorized tuning capacitor capable of handling 200 watts to 1 kilowatt, depending upon the frequency and setup. Okay, but it also says that it is 80 through 10. Just a second. This person did something well. Okay, this summer. That's why I haven't seen it. It's a recent video. But here we go. See, baby loop antenna works on 40 through 10 meters. Excellent HOA antenna. This really has potential. Just be really careful. There's nobody around that has a heart issue, like, has a pacemaker, because you could kill them. Here's the one that looks like this, the jack stand that I told you about. Okay, so this one's the jack stand one. It opens up from the top. So as you change frequency, this makes a motorized noise, and the two arms at the top go up. So it opens it up. This can go on like a patio table, for example, and work the HF bands. And I believe it goes 40 to 10, okay? Maybe 40 to 6. This is the baby loop here, okay? 2335. I believe this is the full size Ciro loop. And this one is 80 to 20 meters. See? So there is a difference with what you can do here. However, this allows you 80 meters, guys. Okay? And the thing is it'll do 300 watts on 80 and 40, 800 watts on 20 meters. And there's only 2 left in stock. Order soon. But there you see the price, $2,479.99. There you go. Now the baby the one that the Barry has is right here. And this is 2335, 40 to 10. That's perfect. You don't need more than that. Barry, how long have you had it? Has it been reliable? That's something I'd want to know. This is their stealth loop. This is what I told you about. Looks like a jack stand. Okay. This one's also 40 to 10. It's also powder coated and it's well built. This thing's supposed to be super good. 125 watts. Okay. But I believe you can put more power into it on 20. I think so. Let me see here real quick. Because I think you can go to 800 watts. I could be wrong. Okay. It goes from 6.6 megahertz to 29.8. So it gives you all of 10, which is good. Bandwidth, here again, narrow Q, right? You're only going to see a certain amount of bandwidth as you tune this. So you're going to see 5 kilohertz. So 5 Ks on the 40 meter band. And then as you go up in frequency, the window gets to 8 kilohertz when you're on 20. And you won't get it going 15. There's nobody that has 15 kilohertz. If you're on hello, reading it wrong. If you're on 15 meters, it goes to 15K wide and it's 28 kilohertz wide on 10. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's decent. I mean, that's a decent window. A little short on 40, but it is what it is, right? It's a compromise antenna. You're using something that you have to use because you don't have the space, right? So it'll still work brilliantly. And I don't see anything more in terms of the power limit. Handles, I guess it is. I guess it's still 125 watts period. So you're better off if you could do the baby loop. But this is like the expensive antenna, Chiramazzoni. And I tried to get a hold of them on 3 occasions to do a show where we had one of their products here. And they're such a small company, family owned. They're very good people. And they said they didn't have anything to release all the way to the United States because they're in Italy. It's a long haul for them. And who knows what kind of love they'll get from buying it. But I think that's really, really a good deal. Let us know how you like that because I really am very interested. And Martin, no budget for me. Totally get that. Yes. And Andy Cowley joins us. Hi, Andy. Good to see you all the way from the United Kingdom. And we've got Siobhan back from Ireland. Hi, girl. Good to see you. You can make your own. The math is on the internet, and you can make a sold one for a lot less than 2,500 Yankee bucks. It's not as easy as you think on that. I mean, you can create stuff that'll work, right? Because we've got stuff that'll work. But this is very high-end materials. They're using powder-coated aluminum. Everything is done really very, very tight tolerance. These are really high-quality antennas, very well built. They would be built as good as like a racing bike. That's how good the welds are. So these are supposed to be really, really solid. I've seen 2, never used 1. I'd like to. And she said, if I can build one of these, anyone can. That's true. Yep. Martin, I will have to get a divorce to buy this, but then I won't have enough money. It's so true. It's so true. Real quick, I've got a quick little segment on the radio. My gosh, we're an hour and 8 minutes. Okay, here's a radio spot for you. We're trying to show you some old radios just to give you a little bit of information on other radios that are in the marketplace. Here's a radio you can get for under $1,000. It's typically in that $800 to $1,000 range. It's the ICOM 7600. And this is my old buddy Bob Allison.
I'm Bob Allison, WB1GCM, here at the ARRL Laboratory. This radio, tested by me and reviewed by Rick Lindquist, WW3DE, shows an improved screen, a more colorful screen, but it does lack the S meter here. We're used to the analog meter. It's built into the display here. You get used to that pretty quickly. And the big difference between this particular transceiver, the IC7600, and its predecessor, the ICOM 756 Pro 3. Some people are calling this the Pro 4, but the main difference between the two radios is that this one contains roofing filters, and a choice of 3 different roofing filters: 15 kilohertz, 6 kilohertz, and 3 kilohertz. And think of the roofing filter as the first line of defense against strong adjacent signals. This really improves the ability to block a strong station nearby, and also reduces IMD products, intermodulation distortion products. And that's the mixing of 2 signals spaced equally apart down the band a bit that appears on the desired frequency you're trying to receive on. The IC7600's menu is set up just like the Pro 3, the Pro 2, and the Pro. So if you already have one of those radios, it's going to be fairly easy to understand. I'm Bob Allison, WB1GCM at the ARRL Laboratory.
Thank you, Bob. Good video. Yep. The 7600. Next radio ICOM came out with that was in that same thing, like single VFO, right, was the 7300. The first software-defined radio with a screen up front, touch screen, all right there, man. And Siobhan, I made one with PVC wrapped in metal tape, and it worked fantastic. That's great. That's good. I love hearing stories about people who create things that haven't been created yet, right? Because they wonder, well, this should work if I have a circle and I wrap it so it's conductive, right? And I build it appropriately, that it works on certain frequencies. That's good. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. And Barry, and this is what I love about this loop. He says, very good performance. I've had it about 5 years from Martin Lynch and Sons. And is that your primary antenna? Because I noticed you've got a Yaesu rotator too. So is there a directional somewhere too? Because, man, I mean, that loop, I'd love to know how far you've worked with it. That's something I'd always want to know. What's your DX like, mate? Hello, Aaron.
Shut up!
No, he's right here, man. Sam's crabby today. Sorry about that. Yeah, it doesn't need to be round. Yeah, I'm not saying it. Nobody said it had to be round here.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
Yeah, doesn't have to be round. That's why they make that like jack stand antenna. They call that the jack stand loop. Whatever. Here's the Angry Hams, guys.
Hey, he did it. He's okay.
He certainly did. What does amoeba mean anyway?
I don't know. I don't live around here either.
Question 1, and here you go. This is an easy one. I'm going to give you an easy one today. What caused the American Radio Relay League to cease publication of its QST magazine back in 1917? 1917 is a very big clue. Was it A, the Depression, B, paper shortages, C, World War II, or D, all amateurs were drafted? A, B, C, or D? Get ready. Here we go. We got 3 today on the show. I'm glad to see it's working well for you. That's really cool, Barry. And I would love to know what kind of DX you've worked with it. I mean, I've used loops, received transmit loops. The farthest I worked was Atlanta from Oregon. And that was about 2,500 miles, somewhere around there. I was happy with the performance. I didn't make a ton of calls with it, though, to be fair. No, didn't do it. First one up was actually Siobhan, and she took the time to write WW1, and she is 100% correct. Well done. Yep. The answer is World War I, and that's why 1917 is kind of a big hint there. Toscan, I love old radios. First high-frequency contact was on a Heathkit SB10. First purpose-built VHF rig was a Heathkit Tour. Very nice. Toscan, thanks for sharing. That's nice. It's neat. Yeah, old radios are pretty cool. And yeah, the 7600 is not quite an old one yet, but it is 10 years old now, if you got one the final year they were made. You guys around the world knew this one, so congratulations. Question number 2 is not going to be quite as easy on you. And poor Aaron, womp, womp, womp. Question 2 is, What's the usual prefix for a Hawaiian amateur radio station? Now, here in the States, pretty easy, we know. But you guys might know around the world. Is it A, Kilo Hotel, November Hotel, Alpha Hotel, or Whiskey Hotel? Is it B, Whiskey Alpha 3 or Kilo Alpha 3? Is it C, Whiskey Whiskey 1 or Whiskey Romeo 2? Or is it D, Hotel Kilo 5 or Hotel Kilo 3? A, B, C, or D? Get it right. We'll give you lots of love. Good luck. Yep. Siobhan, first up again from Ireland.
Thank you. Come again.
Amazing. And everybody, look at this. This is how fast it's going right now. I kid you not. I'm not moving the mouse. I'm just showing you. Bang, 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 bang. A, Kilo Hotel, November Hotel, Alpha Hotel, or Whiskey Hotel. And she is correct. Well done. Nice job. Yeah, and then most Hawaiians will call King Henry. That's just the easy way to do it. King Henry VI. And the prefix is 6. Now, here's something interesting about this. If you had your King Henry VI prefix, even if it was a 4, like a 1x2, right? So it was Kilo 6, let's say, Hotel India for Hawaii. Kilo 6 Hotel India. And you just realized, man, Hawaii is really expensive. Can't live here. Just too much money. Got to move away. And you move to Connecticut. You keep that call sign. You don't lose it. And you know what? That's kind of, I love having the King Henry VIs in Hawaii, which I guess I'm a Kilo 7 in Florida, but still. That's the way it works. Yep. No change. They keep their call sign. Last question. Whew. Which semiconductor's operation is similar to the triode vacuum tube? So we're looking for a semiconductor here. A would be the resistor, B would be a diode, C would be a triac, D would be a FET, field effect transistor. A, B, C, or D? Get it right. We'll give you a little bit of love. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Big comment from Toscan here. And his Siobhan guessed. Brilliant. That's brilliant. HK is Columbia. Prefix. I didn't know that. I guess I made a couple of Colombian calls, but I never really thought of it that much. Toscan, he's got the SB101. I have my dad's Kodar AT5 and CR70A. Man, Toscan's call sign, by the way, Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Oscar X-Ray. Thanks for coming back, Toscan. Always good to have you. First up, Aaron Lutz from Canada. He's got Victor Echo 5 Echo Mike Lima and C, the triac. No, not it, buddy. Next up, Bill Myers, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India. Mike has D, the FET, field effect transistor. And you know what? He did it. Well done, Bill. Yep, it is. It's the FET. And I'll show you what it looks like in comparison to a vacuum tube. By the way, y'all pretty much know that. Just D. Aaron, apparently my dyslexia is terrible today. Womp, womp, womp. You're okay, buddy. Look at how much amplifiers were able to shrink down. Look at that. There you have a tube, regular tube you'd have in a ham radio. And then you see the field effect transistor there. And it's like, this is why radios got to be smaller and lighter, right? Because you didn't have to have the big fans that kept the glowing tubes cool enough that they wouldn't burn up, right? And even though you still have fans on radios so that, you can keep the transistors cool, they take up a ton less space. A ton less space, for sure. Siobhan's great. Bill says, it's been a while since I got a trivia question. Correct? You did well, buddy. Very well. Very, very well. Holy mackerel, guys. Look what time it is. All right. Today's topic question. That's not it. Hold on. Thought I changed every single one. So we're just going to boom, boom, boom. There we go. By the magic of cut and paste. What 3-meter bands could you not live without? For me, I'd want 40. Absolutely. 40 is... It's been a long time since I've been on the DX net there at 7163. And I love that net. It's a lot of fun. And I love 40 meters. I just love 40. Next, I would get 20. I would want to make sure that if conditions were bad, I could still get out on 20 because it's just useful, right? And I go 10. I have to because I love DX. And whenever I'm on 10, it just brilliantly works when it's open. And it goes so far. Man, I love the 10-meter band. That would be my 3. Close second would be 15 meters because 15's open longer than 10 and does basically the same thing. That's that. If you'd like to get into amateur radio, contact the Radio Society of Great Britain. Wonderful people. They're www.rsgb.org. Let them know you want your ham license and where you live. They'll send back to you a local to you ham radio club. Then contact the club. They'll help answer your questions and help you get licensed. www.rsgb.org. In honor of Aloha Friday today, we're going to finish with 2 commercials, Hawaiian related. One actually is a drugstore in Hawaii. The other one is a famous beverage that we remember from our childhood. And we've got a Honolulu sign-off. And for those that would like to just watch a little 3-minute segment with the man who composed the song Aloha Friday and learn a little bit of the history of one of the most famous Hawaiian songs in the world, it's pretty cool. We'll have that right before the sign-off. Wherever you may be, my name is Larry Dio. My call sign in amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. And Aaron says FETs don't sound as nice, though. It's true. There is warmth in the sound of an amplifier that with tubes. I agree with that. Aaron says his would be 80, 40, and 2 meters. No daytime, huh? Interesting. Siobhan, 40, 20, and 80, because listening on 80 is fun. Martin, you guys are going crazy. And Mike and all you guys, Kevin, thank you for coming, guys, from around the world. 4 continents today. It has been my pleasure. Wherever you may be, God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.
Hi, see you've got a Long's Value Book. What's in it for you?
You name it, they got it.
Excuse me, noticed your Long's Value Book? What's in it for you?
Housewares, cosmetics, and savings.
Check it out.
Hey, another Long's Value Book. What's in it for you?
Terrific bargains.
Great service, great value. That's Long's.
You'll always find the very best at Long's.
Long's Value Book. What's in it for you?
Fruit juicy. Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Sure.
You taste 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian punch. 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian punch. Hawaiian punch is made with 7 kinds of fruit for a one-of-a-kind fruit taste.
Hawaiian Punch Fruit Punch with 10% real fruit juice for a real fruit juicy taste.
Hawaiian punch is made with 7 kinds of fruit
for a one-of-a-kind fruit taste.
Been said that Aloha Friday was written, performed, and recorded with a 6-pack of Primos and a few bucks as payment. Can you offer any interesting details about the making of this song?
Wow, that makes it legend. Actually, when we made the song, it was Paul Dean Nato who came to me during the time when we were at Territorial Tavern. And he says, hey, come on, get this song, I said, yeah, well, what song? He says, Aloha Friday. I go, how does it go? And he goes like this, no kidding. It's Aloha Friday, no work. I go, what is that, bro? He goes, Aloha Friday. I go, no, sounds like somebody's really loaded, okay? Let's do it happy up country. And so Paul Dean made all of the instrumentation happy up country. And we ended up doing the song. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doobie doo, be doobie doobie doobie, a did diddly doo. Yeah, so it's Aloha Friday, and then the verses and the talking in between was a one take. Oh, we need something to say. I said, oh, okay. I just imagined the situation and did it. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And then here's the addition that is not really on the song, not recorded, okay? Because we know that we have a new generation.
So this is a new generation alongside
so because we have a new generation, I went to several events and I said, oh, by the way, this is for the next generation. Kimo and the crew sucking up the brew.
It's been said that
Whoopsie. That is Karen checking on the dogs. So there you go. Here's your sign off, guys. God bless you. Happy weekend.
TV2 has come to the end of another day of service to the people of Hawaii. In Honolulu, you've been watching KHON-TV Channel 2, television STL station WCX 539, and TV intercity relay stations WDT 811, WGW 978, WFW 595, and WFW 591. Maui is being served by KAII-TV Channel 7 Wailuku. On Hawaii, KHRW-TV Channel 11 Hilo, and TV Intercity Relay Station KUT 66 Mauna Loa. And serving the island of Kauai is K55DZ Lihue.
That's all, folks.